Sometimes we have more to say than what we have room for on our drawings. In cases like this, we need some strategies for squeezing large amounts of text into tight spaces. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at a few text squeezing strategies. On my screen, I have an example of a mechanical drawing. Let's zoom in on the title block area. Now, currently, all my text fits nicely within these rectangular shapes. Let's say I would like to change my drawing number information. I'm going to double-click this. As you can see, this is single-line text, and I'm going to change this to Concept 1. I'll press Enter, and then I'll hit Escape. Now I have a problem. My text doesn't fit within the title block. To fix it, I'm going to select this text, and then I'm going to drag my Quick Properties tool over a little bit, and I'm going to change the justification of this text to fit. When I do, watch the grips. Notice I now have a grip on either side. I'm going to click this first grip, and currently my ortho is turned on, which is great. I can drag this straight over. My running object snap's getting in the way, so I'm going to press F3 to turn that off. And I'm going to drag this grip over to here. I will then grab this grip, and I'll drag it over to here. When I'm finished, I'll press Escape. Using the fit justification, we can force our text to fit between 2 points without changing the text type. All right, let's make another change. It turns out my client name is incorrect. So I'm going to double-click on this text. As you can see, this is multi-line text. And I'm going to click right here, and I'll add worldwide. And then I'll click on Screen to close the editor. Now I've got another problem. My text is nicely centered within this space. However, it's starting to overlap my client label. To fix this text, I will click to select it, and then I'll come over to the Full Properties palette, and I'll come down to Line Space Factor. Line Space Factor represents the distance between the lines. Now, the default value of 1 represents single line spacing. I'm going to change this to 0.7 to tighten up the distance between the lines. Let's zoom in, and I'm going to grab this center grip, drag this text down slightly. When I'm finished, I'll press Escape. Let's do one more thing. It seems my client name is still incorrect. I'm going to double-click this again, and I'll click at the end of the name. And I'm going to add North American Division. Now, that's a lot of text. And I'd like to keep this down to 2 lines if I could. To fix this text, I'll drag to select it, and then I'll open the Format panel, and I'll adjust the width factor of the characters. If I click these arrows, I can adjust the width factor in 0.1 increments, or I can enter a specific width factor over here. I'm going to ratchet this down to about 0.7, and then I'll click on Screen to close the editor. It's inevitable that at some point you're going to have more text than you have room for in your drawing. Fortunately, AutoCAD gives us several tools that allow us to squeeze our text down to a usable size.